front of you is a heat recovery system. It is a 3-pipe heat recovery system. What stands us apart from our competitors' 3-pipe system is the energy efficiency. So these are very high energy efficient, both high ER, high COP compared to the leading 2 brands, say the Big D and the Big M. So that's the key point of difference for this one. They're also made in our China factory, in what's known as a lighthouse factory. If you're not sure what a lighthouse factory is, do Google it up. But in a nutshell, a lighthouse factory is a very modern factory that uses AI, robotics, to manufacture equipment. There's only about 200 lighthouse factories in the world across all disciplines, not just aircon. So we are one of 200 in the world. That's an official lighthouse factory. And lighthouse factories, of course, you know, they're much more efficient. They produce very little waste, and you know, at a rough guide, there's probably about 80% less manpower than a standard aircon factory. So because everything's made by robotics and AI, it's very precise. There's no human errors. So even the flame, when they're braising, is controlled. See, Andrew, is controlled to within 0.2 degrees. That's how precise everything has to be.
On the residential side, VRF is becoming more popular and more common. So just your mini VRF range, if we can quickly go through that.
So on the stand here, it is marketed as an R32 at the moment.
Yes.
We are looking at bringing an R32 mini VRF into the country. We're probably looking at about between 6 to 12 months. We should have an R32 version. Even though it's not marked here, this chassis, we have a current R410A version for sale right now in the same chassis, and we call it our A series.
Oh, okay.
So this chassis you see here is a 22.4 kilowatt mini VRF.
Is this all single phase or?
Single phase.
So single phase up to 22 kilowatts.
Up to 22 kilowatts. So starting at 8, going in 2 kilowatt increments. So you've got a lot of flexibility in terms of range of the capacity. So we start at 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. The whole range is single phase. The whole range is single fan. And they come in 3 chassis. So obviously the 8, 10, 12 is smaller. I can't remember the cutoff, but then you got the next size up, and then this is the larger chassis.
Perfect.
They operate up to 59 degrees. A lot of our competitors are around the 46 degree area. So these operate up to 59 degrees Celsius. And the advantage of that is obviously, besides being in hot regional areas, if you were to put them in a basement, if you put them into an area where airflow is not good and the heat doesn't dissipate, then these can operate in a hot ambient temperature up to 59 degrees. If you put a competitor's product and it's in a basement, the basement gets above 47 degrees, the unit stops working, it's not a warranty issue. With our one, that unit will have to get up to 59 degrees before it becomes an issue. On top of that, it operates at 100% capacity up to 45 degrees, whereas most brands, once you hit about 46 degrees, it starts falling off. And then, on top of that, the propeller fan at the front handles up to 35 pascals.
Crazy.
It's a propeller fan that does 35 pascals, which means you can put straight duct off to a louver to help discharge the air out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, no.